farmers, and welcome to another episode of the harvest season. My name is Cody,
What's happening? My name's Al.
and we're here today to talk about cottage core
No, I
games.
don't like this.
Okay, you could do it then.
That was very uncomfortable. Um, we're going to talk about lots of stuff, lots of news. That's the main topic. The main topic is news. There's news. We are recording this a few hours after the Wholesome Direct, not the Wholesome Games Direct, the Wholesome Direct. Uh, Smack bang in the middle of Summer Game Fest. So the main Summer Game Fest, whatever they call it, show was yesterday. Wholesome Direct was today. I'm sure there'll be stuff announced tomorrow. We've got the Xbox showcase tomorrow. Devolver is sometime. There's a bunch of stuff. So we'll probably be out of date by the time this episode comes out. But I don't think I want any more news in this episode because it is smack bang full of news.
Mm-hmm.
So we're going to go through that in sections. But first of all, Cody, what have you been up to?
I have 3 jobs. Bow, 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 bow.
And a fake job.
And a fake job?
Yeah, the game that's on your list there.
Oh yeah, Power Wash Simulator. That's what gets me going. That's what gets me through the world. Is being able to just come home and just listen to an audiobook. I'm currently listening to The Eye of the World by Robert Jordan. Hate the writing. Ask me about that in the Slack. But yeah, so when I'm doing that and playing Power Wash Simulator, absolutely love Power Wash Simulator. I think it'd be super fun to do a greenhouse about that. So listeners, if you are interested, head on over to the Patreon, THS Pod Patreon, and do the monies, and then talk to me on Slack and tell me about how cool Power Wash Simulator is and how you'd like to listen to an episode about it. Yeah, other than that, I've been slinging coffee and watching dogs while doing a PhD. Super fun.
Mm-hmm.
Going at a million miles an hour. After this, I'm taking a bath and probably going to sleep. Yes, it's 5 o'clock. I am tired. How are you, Al? What have you been up to?
I'm also tired, but it is like 5 hours later for me. So, different reason for being tired. Well, no, I mean,
You also slinging coffee, watching dogs, and doing a PhD?
no, none of those things.
Yeah, you have a life. You're a very busy human.
Yeah. Weirdly, today is like the only actual day off I've had.
Period. Ever.
Yeah, because I wasn't working and I wasn't really doing anything else, and I didn't have my kids. But still, I am shattered. So
Sometimes those days, like sometimes the day where you don't have anything and you can genuinely like unmask and just relax are the most tiring days. But we need those to rest and relax. It doesn't feel restful, it doesn't feel relaxing, but we need it.
yeah. Well, I have been playing Starstruck Vagabond. I've been continuing that. We'll see where that goes. And I have also been continuing to play Farm RPG even after the episode. So there we are.
How many bottles are you on?
Let's see. I think I've just done 65.
Okay. This is for people who have not listened to that episode. There's a quest line called 99 Bottles, and it's 99 Bottles 1, 99 Bottles 2, and it's basically doing the old nursery rhyme, I don't know what that's called, song thingy.
99 bottles. It's not a nursery rhyme because it's 99 bottles of beer on the wall, and I don't think a nursery rhyme has beer in it.
You can do juice.
Yeah, but that's not what it is.
On the wall, 99 bottles of juice.
Like, okay, I will accept that that is a version you could do, right? But what I would say is that I don't think was the original. I'm pretty sure the original was beer, therefore not a nursery rhyme.
Fair. I think I made it to like 15 before I uninstalled the game. Again, not because Farm RPG is a bad game, but because I am incapable of losing that much of my life to a video game right now. And yeah, you're at 65. I'm really excited to see what happens after 99. I want them to have that like joke 100. But if it goes past that, it's just ridiculous.
Well, so I don't think it can. So the way that it's working is that you only get each level after your farming and crafting levels hit that, right? So I'm at crafting level 69, but only farming level 65. Nice. So I can only, nice. So I can only have 99 bottles 65 because that's the lower of the two. And I think it maxes out at 99. There's no level 100. So once you get to 99, you'll get 99.
But it also makes you use what, like 65 hops and 65 bottles. I just like once you get to 99, I want it to be 100 and 100 because it can do that.
But then it would then it would skip a number.
It would do 99 and you just don't level up.
Yeah, I guess.
We'll see. Keep us posted. I'm very, very curious about that.
Yes, I just spent 100 million on getting an upgrade to mean that every day I get another 2. So I'm up to 10 inventory space added every day. So I'm on, and I did it today because today was the point where I got back to a thingy of what's it called? A thingy of 10.
A duplicate of 10.
Yeah, that's not the word I mean. There's a mathematical word for it.
A set?
No.
This is going to bother me. Duplicate. We'll figure it out. Oh, I think he's Googling it, y'all.
Factor.
Factor.
Factor of 10.
That was my next guess. I was so close.
So I couldn't upgrade it to 10 when I wasn't on a factor of 10 because then I would never get back to being a factor of 10. So
yeah,
that's where we are now. So I'm making maybe like 15 million a day, something like that now.
Ridiculous. Awesome though.
Yeah. So
I'm just exponential.
Yeah, I feel like I've plateaued. I don't know how I'm meant to make more and more and more money, but we'll see. We'll see.
Mm-hmm.
Or I'll get bored. Who knows? We'll find out. Only time and ADHD will tell. So we're going to get into some game news. I will add the Wholesome Direct and the Summer Game Fest main shows, the links to them in the show notes, in case you want to go watch them all. But I suspect if you've not already watched them, you probably don't want to watch them all and you want us to tell you what you should care about. Well, we're going to spend the same amount of time going through
a smaller amount of content.
Okay, first of all, we're going to go into information about games that are coming out. So just a small thing on, so have you listened to this week's episode, Cody?
No.
We talked about this game a little bit. This is the Harvest Moon Home Sweet Home, which is the new Harvest Moon mobile game that we know almost nothing about other than it comes out in August. But Cher from Fogu, which is a big Story of Seasons and Harvest Moon website, she says, recognizing that some fans may be wary of a game published on Android or iOS because of potential monetization, Natsumi confirmed with me that the game does not contain microtransactions. Harvest Moon Home Sweet Home will be a one-time purchase without the added costs or downloaded content. So that is good.
All I can contribute to that is Harvest Moon Home Sweet Home's acronym is HSH, and I love that.
Oh, after Sauce Pot.
And I think that's, after Sauce Poot. I think that's beautiful.
It's certainly something. Natsumi have also put out a second tweet about the game that gave us no real information, but I'm going to read it to you anyway. We're excited to bring a fresh new Harvest Moon experience back to mobile gamers with Harvest Moon Home Sweet Home, featuring the traditional Harvest Moon style that fans know and love. I don't know what they mean by that. Along with some familiar faces, we hope this will be a cozy farming adventure favorite for all mobile gamers. We look forward to welcoming you home this summer.
Okay. I await further information.
Yes. Okay, next we have The Garden Path have announced that they're releasing on the 30th of July.
Cute little game. Very interesting art style. Very interesting graphics that I had not ever really noticed before. I don't think I've seen this before. Or if I have, my brain was bleached. It also runs in parallel with the real world, so you can leave it alone and your garden will grow at the same time. I look forward to it'll be on Linux, PC, and Nintendo Switch. Mac, I'm crying in Mac right now. Thank you.
It does say Mac on their Steam page, though. I don't know why they didn't list it in the post.
Oh my gosh, they said PC, but they meant both of the things. So yeah, we'll see what I end up doing. I also see that we'll see how I end up feeling about this or if I'm going to be getting it. I love that they have merchants that range from a grumpy toad to Ball to Larto, a seasoned muskox fisherman with a love for songfish. I don't know what songfish is, but he loves them.
I think they're exactly what they sound like. Fish that song.
Fish that song. Yeah. So excited to look at that more and determine if I have the fun / desire to play it. Really interesting art style. It's on my list. I'm watching it. I'm watching you, Garden Path.
Kameru.
Also watching Kamaeru.
Kamaeru, is that what it is? Have announced that they are out now.
On Switch, Steam, and Xbox.
Yes, when I initially I wrote this in the thing, I was like, oh, it's coming out on the 8th of June. And then I realized today that today's the 8th of June. And then during the Wholesome Direct, they were like, oh, it's out now. I'm like, okay, cool.
Surprise.
It's done. Go get your frogs.
Go get your frogs. It's very Usagi. It's giving oh my gosh, Usagi-shima. So you restore wetlands and you collect frogs. You breed them together, which is not Usagi-shima, but that's cool. Decorate. There's mini games and crafting. I think it's really cute.
Yeah, I think it's a bit more than Usagi-shima because you can also like crossbreed your frogs, I think.
Yeah. Yep.
So
yeah, I'm gonna see if this is on Xbox Game Pass, and if it is, Power Mosh Simulator might have some competition.
I saw that Aislinn was streaming a bit of Kameru today.
Seems up her alley for sure. There's other games that look up her alley as well. Check out the Greenhouse episode for that. Next.
Sunnyside have announced that their console release is being delayed until the 16th of August. Their Steam release is still releasing on the 14th of June, cool. 2 days after this episode comes out.
Sweet. And then the console is PlayStation 5 and Xbox X/S, I believe. Yep. So yeah, take your time, figure it out. It takes longer. Microsoft are butts about that.
Yeah, delays are funny. We'll talk. I don't think we're talking about Little Lands later on because they didn't actually announce anything new other than that they've got a demo coming out. But literally, as soon as they announced that they had the demo coming out, they tweeted saying, "Actually, it's not coming out. We had to delay the demo."
Oh, no.
But by the time they decided to delay it, it was obviously too late to change the video.
Well, they got people's attention, so
very unfortunate timing. Speaking of timing, Moonstone Island, surprise, surprise, is coming to Switch. I wasn't expecting this. I was actually expecting a shadow drop today just because the way they were announcing it, they were being so obvious that some news was coming with the Wholesome Direct, and I thought it was going to be a shadow drop. But no, they've decided that they're releasing it on the 19th of June on Switch, which is the last day that they could still technically say that they're releasing in spring based on their definition of spring.
Getting you on technicalities, Al.
19th of June is not spring, and I don't care what anybody says. It is not spring. Your definition of spring is stupid if it includes the 19th of June.
I was working the farmer's market today, and there was a big breeze coming through, and someone was like, "Oh, I love that fall breeze." And I was like, my guy, you skipped a whole season. It did feel like a fall breeze, though. It's weird. Climate change is crazy.
I find people with their weather is very funny, right? Because it's like we do this thing every year where it's like we get spring, and then it gets cold again, and people go, "Oh, so much for spring," and you're like, "No, that's called spring. Spring is kind of like a mix of summer and winter weather. That's just what spring is, right? You can't go, oh, it was warm. Now it's not. I guess it's not spring now. No, that is spring. You know what spring is. You do it every single year. You shouldn't now be surprised by it. And then we get to summer and you have lovely hot days, and then you have rainy days, and people go, oh, so much for summer. And you're like, it still rains in summer. We don't live in one of these places that has dry and wet seasons. Summer is called summer. It's not called the dry season. Like, you don't live in the desert. Yeah, you live in Scotland.
Here, in Pennsylvania, if we get rain during the summer, when it is considered summer, There's like a 95% chance that that rain will be accompanied by a thunderstorm. And that's when I do the differentiation. Like if it just rains and it's just rain, it's spring or fall. But if it rains and there's like a thunderstorm associated with it, we're in summer, y'all. And we've been in it for a few weeks. In my opinion, I almost said IMO, but people might not know what that is. In my opinion.
Yeah, we don't really get thunderstorms.
That is very sad. I love thunderstorms.
Yeah, we might get one a year at most, really.
You know what else I love? Chai. And you can help run a local chai shop in the Palace on the Hill, which is out now. This is a rural India slice of life game. You're a teenage kid and it's the first day of the summer holidays and you help out on the farm. You take on some summer jobs, you clean, you cook in the local chai shop. You can explore old ruins and make paintings. It looks really cool. I'm interested. It's definitely on Steam. I don't know if it's on anything else, actually.
I don't think it is. I think it's just Steam. The funny thing about this one was I think they were meant to come out in like 2022, the end of 2022, and they announced that they were coming out, and then like a week before they were meant to be coming out, they're like, "Oh, no, we're not coming out," and it's like, "Okay, that's fine." And now it's like a year and a half later.
I do remember seeing this before, and this is one that's on Mac. So, what's your price? $20. Maybe. I'll think about it.
It's a solid maybe.
Your girl has credit card debt. Yeah, so we'll figure that out. I'll see if I'm interested, if we're gonna play that, if I will play that.
What's a little bit more credit card debt, you know? Like...
No, I have literally cut that card. So
fair enough.
And and
obviously
no more money's going onto it.
On the Harvest Season podcast, we do not condone getting yourself into debt over games. Obviously.
Correct. Also, even if your grad school is going to pay for you and pay your tuition and everything, you might still get debt. Don't have knee surgeries, don't have cars break down, don't have dogs have to go to the hospital. Woo!
Don't eat food.
Don't eat food. Don't use electricity. Don't you do it. I do have food stamps, so that's pretty cool. Ova Magica.
Early access is coming for the 23rd of July.
Yeah, we've talked about this game a lot.
So many times.
Little circle, spherical egg dudes. I know there's a really cute
blobs.
Blobs.
It's a farming creature collector with blobs that you can crossbreed. And yeah, it's cute.
Make crazy things.
I'm going to play this game at some point. Probably not in early access. Yeah, I mean, I think it's one of these things where this game has been in development so long, which is not a problem, but it does mean that a lot of the ideas that it came up with, or maybe not was the original, but certainly it wasn't everywhere. A lot of them are kind of like now just kind of standard things in a lot of farming games, which is a bit sad. Like you can use your blobs to help farm and stuff like that. Like there are lots of games that do that now. That's, I guess, the problem with long game development times, which when you've got one person working on a complicated game like that, it can take a while.
Yeah,
but
I understand. It's okay.
Yeah. I guess it's more like I really hope that people still play the game. you know.
Yeah.
And I feel like, was this one a Kickstarter? Did I kickstart this one?
It's a great question.
Have I already bought it?
It wasn't my job to watch your Kickstarter this time.
Let me check. Yes, I have kickstarted this already. Quite a while ago. Yeah, so I won't be buying it because I've already bought it. Yay!
Yay!
I'm guessing. So the other thing about this is originally it wasn't going to be coming to early access. It
was just going to go straight to 1.0.
It was just going to go. Yeah, but that, I mean, that's fine. That is what it is. But I think it probably, I suspect that anybody who kickstarted it will get the early access because there wasn't an early access tier. But obviously, don't take my word for that. We'll see what happens, I guess.
Would be weird to make you pay for it, but okay.
Yeah, well, it's not unusual for people to go like, oh, pay this to get the 1.0 and pay this to get early access. But
oh, interesting. Okay.
It's less common, but it is a thing that Some people do.
You know what else people do nowadays? VR.
Yeah. Oh yes. Okay. Garden of the Sea. Garden of the Sea. So this is a VR farming game, which
Mhm.
is already out on Quest and presumably something else. I don't really care about other ones. I only care about the one I have.
Which one do you have?
The Quest
Oh,
3.
okay.
So it's now coming to Steam and Switch, which is interesting. I wonder how it's going to work because it's very much based around like you use your hands in the game to do things,
Mhm.
and if you watch the trailer and in the wholesome direct, you definitely saw the hands that you normally see when you're playing the game. Like it has like these kind of fake hands that
Yep.
when it finds your hands. And so my question is like, how's that going to work? Because what's the interaction there if you're not doing it in VR?
It's a great question. I have no idea. All I could think of with like the Switch is maybe physical movements, but like
Mm,
holding your Switch up or whatever, or like your Joy-Con having your Joy-Cons like separated, but that is not crazy accessible. So,
yeah,
not sure about that. So, we'll see.
yeah. So if you want to play this game not in VR, that will be possible soon.
In a way that we don't know.
We'll see.
Yeah. Yeah.
Minami Lane have announced that they're coming to Switch this year. So if you wanted to play that game but you wanted it on Switch
I like how
soon,
many cats they threw into that trailer. It was really cute. There were many cats. And then they were like, you can have cats. And I was like, I had no idea. this,
cats.
this was a mystery to me. It was a very cute trailer, though.
Speaking of games that are coming to consoles, Above Snakes have announced that they are coming to Switch, Xbox, and PlayStation.
Did we play this? Is this something we've looked at before? I mean, we've
Obviously, it was
definitely
that
like,
good. I don't
we've,
think so.
okay.
Uh, I think I have it sitting on the planning board with some people's names on it, but it hasn't happened yet.
Okay. That was mostly, I know the game, but I just didn't know if we had
No, we
covered it
haven't.
yet.
We haven't covered it properly.
Very excited for when that happens. And now there's more things that it could possibly happen on.
Yeah. Okay, so that's all the news about releases for games, game releases. What is this episode? I'm so tired.
I feel like all
Um,
of our episodes would just dissolve into madness, but I also think that people are here for it.
it's because you decided to go and get a job, so now we have to do them later in the day. Come on.
Surprise, I've had multiple jobs this whole time. Just
Okay, get a
Saturdays,
get a
man.
job that has specific hours on a Saturday when
Next
we
time
used
we
to record.
next time we can do Sundays. But I don't know if you like Sundays.
Well, I couldn't do Sunday this week, but that's not the point, right? Don't
Don't put
try
this on
and
me.
like let me just be
Uh-huh.
annoyed.
Yeah.
I'm not actually annoyed,
I mean,
listeners.
if you want to pay me,
Nope.
let's see, 12. Okay. Game updates, though. Speaking
Podcast
of
barely pays for itself.
speaking of paying and needing money, have you ever thought about robbing a bank like Turner Boy did? But you want to do it with pride. Rob that bank with pride.
I
And by
rolled
pride, I
my
mean
eyes when I saw this comment.
Turnip Boy has a new update to celebrate Pride Month, where there are new flower crowns and pride flag hats, and it's awesome. Yep, love it. Happy Pride.
Woo!
Woo.
Speaking of updates, Terra Nil have announced that they've got a new update coming out. Vita Nova. It's coming on the 24th of June.
It's a free update, major free update.
Oh yes, free update. Yes, not DLC. Free update.
Correct. I also want to click on this because I want to see. Ooh, it's currently on sale for $25. This is a game I want. Is
Stop.
it available?
Don't. Hi.
What?
Don't.
Okay.
No money.
But yeah, maybe one day when this comes out, maybe I'll have enough money and I can do a second harvest of it with someone because it looks like a really cool game.
So they've said that they're bringing a new world map. Is that a new world or a new map on the world? Like, are we going to a different planet?
I don't. I don't think that. The way that I read it is that there's like you're on the same world, but you're in a different area. Like maybe like a because it says new biomes.
Yes, it's both of those things, though.
But I guess, yeah. I guess perhaps if we are going to a new planet. Once again, thank
Who knows?
you.
Who knows?
It looks like if you look at the map in this thing that this is
The
blog
post?
post. Yeah, the post on Steam. It looks like there's different continents. So maybe
Yes,
you're going to like a new
but-
continent.
Yeah, but like that shows that it already has those, and like there's probably no point in us trying to figure this out. We'll find out soon.
It does say we'll release more details about these new features over the next few weeks. So listeners, listen to the episodes and we will tell you later.
Hope you're
Our
listening.
confusion and your confusion will be cleared up in the next few weeks. We have a new world map, new levels, an animal system overhaul. Very interesting. New biomes, new buildings, new climate conditions, and a new animal species. What could it be?
Antelope.
I think it's going to be a beaver. I also don't know what the...
A beaver.
A beaver. Fun fact, the reason I chose beaver is because you said antelope, and the family that the pronghorn antelope is in, Antilocapridae, and the family that the what kind of beaver? It's like a specific beaver. And there were the two families that are endemic to North America. The only two families that are only in North America.
Oh,
Yep.
is it a honey badger?
No, it's a beaver.
That
Beaver family endemic to North America. It's just the Castoridae? Yeah, I guess it's just beavers.
Skies of Azoria. This is Fae Farm's next DLC coming on the 20th of June. Did you know that High in the Clouds over Azoria was a land that you can visit? Wait, was a land that you can visit? Grammar's a bit complicated there. An amazing place with new paths to explore, full of adorable characters in need of your help. Yes, because that's what Fae Farm needs. More one-dimensional characters.
I was going to say, no news on if... We do not know if this new content update contains new story or better characters.
Or any story.
Any story. You can just fly and explore new areas above.
There seem to be
Azoria.
portals.
Yeah.
I don't know if you go into the sky to get to the portals or if the portals are taking you to the sky.
No idea. We'll have our Fae Farm correspondents return to us with these details about if the story
or maybe they
exists. Yeah.
That's coming out the 20th of June. It's included with the deluxe version on PC and with the standard version on Switch. So just like the last one.
Woo!
Woo! Speaking of updates, Usagi Shima.
Yay!
This is the Bunny Paradise update. Is out now? I didn't write down. Is it out now?
I assume it is because I just opened the game because I was like, oh no, did I uninstall this game? And I have.
Yes, it is
but
up.
Luckily,
It is out.
yeah, I just opened it and I now have 3 new bunnies on. Like literally just opened the game and there's 3 new bunnies in my.
3 out of the 5.
3 out of the 5.
Because you had everything before this update, didn't you?
I believe so. Let me check my bunny book. Bun book. Yep, 3 out of the 5. I only have 2 left.
Bun
book.
So 5 new bunnies, new buildings, hats and toys, and an endless bunny runner mini game. Also, Usagi Shima have launched merch. So if you need to spend some money, that's how you can do it.
You know me, Al. I always need to spend money. I can't even say it without crying on the inside.
You know, it's like, did you ever it's like when you have a large meal, right? And then you're stuffed, you're full, you can't eat anything else. And then someone brings out dessert and you're like, oh, okay, I can eat a little bit more. And it's like, we always joked about having a second stomach just for pudding,
the dessert
right?
stomach.
It's like that, right? Like you have the special fake money just for games, right?
I mean, I am using some, like, my tips that I get for cash as, like, because it doesn't exist, right? It's cash. But yeah, that doesn't somehow magically go into my Steam or anything. I'm trying to get one of these little buddies to want to do the running game thing. Yep. So I
Speaking
did
of,
uninstall it, but
oh,
if you connected your like iPhone name thing to it, then it will. Oh, it's called Bun Run. Oh my gosh. If you've connected your like Apple Game
iCloud
Store,
account. Yeah.
yeah, then even if you uninstall it, all of your stuff is still saved. So 10 out of 10 recommend that. Oh, Bun Run. It begins. Help your bunny jump over obstacles. Tap anywhere to jump. The longer you hold your tap, the higher the jump. Okay.
Right, put it
Talk
down
about
just
the
now.
next one. Nope. You can talk about this next one. I don't really
Oh,
care.
because you don't care about Traveler's Rest.
No, I want
Uh,
to play Bun Run.
Traveler's Rest have announced that their new update, the story and city update, which, by the way, is just very funny, saying like, "Hey, we've added story."
That is a thing that happened.
I'm constantly fascinated by this game, and I really want to go back to like the first version they brought out and see what existed in the game. It's coming in July. That's all.
Yep.
That's the story because it
An
didn't have the
update.
story.
I hit the first obstacle in Bun Run. So
That's
that's
sad.
good.
Maybe you should talk about Go-Go Town instead.
There's a new gameplay video. I did not watch all of it. It was 9 minutes long.
It was 9 minutes long. It was very long. Thankfully, it came out yesterday, so I could watch it yesterday. But
But
oh,
I did tap through it, and yep, still interested. It
everything.
doesn't.
Every time I see something about this game, I want to play it more.
Yep, and it'll be fun to play together. Maybe will we be able to play this? This will be our first game that we'll be able to play together, possibly.
That's a good question because they do. I think it does have multiplayer, but I don't know whether it has online multiplayer or not. But yeah,
Why would it not?
because that's much more complicated than local multiplayer.
But it basically looks like kind of like Fortnite.
What?
It's got like the vibe, Steam Cloud, remote play together.
Look, we don't even know when this game's coming out yet, right? Let's talk about playing it together when it's actually out.
2024 is when it's coming out.
One thing that I don't think we knew before this was that you can use your villagers and you can like tell them to do things. So like there's stations for different things, like for farming and for wood gathering and mining and stuff like that. And you can do something and then you can go, hey, tell this villager to do this thing, and then they'll just go and do that thing. So I really like that idea of automation, which is, hey, villager, do this thing that I just did. Yeah, that's pretty cool.
They're broadcasting right now, and it looks like two people are playing together. Oh, maybe not.
The one thing that I'm not sure how I feel about the game is the inventory seems pretty limited. I think that's a design decision, and I'm not sure how I'm going to feel about it, but we will see. I'm willing to be open-minded about it. But yeah, also like you water the crops with a little literal water hose, like a fireman's hose.
Yeah, they have a two-player thing going on.
Yeah, I know they have multiplayer. The question is whether or not it worked online or not. Look, it's fine.
They've been broadcasting this for 42 hours.
I suspect they have not actually been doing that.
It says 42 hours, 22 minutes, and it was adding up the seconds. It was wild.
Sure.
Yeah, but we also have some brand new games that we've never talked about before coming up here that we can talk about.
And this isn't everything.
No,
this is just,
no, it is not.
This is just what I decided was close enough because, oh my word, Cody, I think there are too many games now.
I just had a list, a Word document as I was watching the Wholesome Direct up, and I was like typing stuff in and then starting a new line every time there was a new game. She was 4 pages long.
There was a bit with 10 minutes to go where they were like, oh, we're nearly finished, but now we're going to show you even more. Oh my word. And it was literally 9 minutes of like 10 seconds of each game. There were so many games. I missed so many my first watch through.
Yep. Some of them look really cool though. So it's on my list, whether we talk about it here or whether, surprise, surprise, we talk about it in a Greenhouse episode that will be coming out soon. Yeah. Right,
let's go through these.
Woo!
We've got Letter Bunny. Take on a cozy adventure as Anne, a small and determined bunny with a heart of gold. Explore the peaceful island, deliver many packages, and discover that behind every letter is a unique story. Make new friends, help people out, and most importantly, have fun. Those are some long ears, Cody.
They are very long. That is quite the bunny. Also, if the ears are that long, it's not a bunny anymore. It's a hare.
Whoa.
Mammal facts
Hair
up in
hair
this.
are very big.
Yeah. They are very lorg. So if it's a bunny, it should be a lot. They should be like more than half as short. Also, I just want, like, as you read this, I was like, what if inverse? So what if, like, take on a chaotic adventure as Anne, a large and lazy bunny with a heart of evil, explore the violent island.
I love the idea of like it's a delivery game, but you're trying to like open
you're
up
violent.
packages and steal things without getting caught, or you're trying to
Untitled
like
Goose Game, but you're a delivery bunny, pretty much.
that's
Also,
a
I
whole
love
different
the-
vibe of game.
Discover that behind every letter is a unique story. Correct. Yes.
I don't know. I do get multiple of the same letter from companies sometimes.
But I do that too. But like if it's from a human, I
Do
doubt,
people
though,
still
this would-
send letters?
Yes. I doubt
Oh.
that it is that like you're like talking to corporate Bunco, and Bunco is like send these generated letters to all of these things. Like it's probably gonna be
You're just delivering bills.
I'm just bills. And if they can't pay, then you gotta peacefully beat them up.
No, you're the postal officer. You're not a bailiff.
Postal officer and judge and executioner. Letter bunny. No. It's
Trying
very cute.
so hard to make this something it's not. There are
want
plenty of
violence.
games that we're going to talk about that have a creepy side to it. You don't have to add it in to other games.
I crave violence.
Speaking of violence, we've got Humblets.
Does this one feel violent?
Well, this one says a cozy survival game set in a fantasy world filled with cute pet companions and adventures across many biomes. Now, my problem with this is I don't think cozy and survival fit together, right? Like, if I'm cozy, I'm not fighting for survival. Those two things are opposite.
So people just farm if they're as a pastime, then? As like a side gig.
Are you trying to say that farming games are survival games?
I mean, you're farming for a reason.
Yeah, okay. And in Stardew, if you don't eat, what happens?
You eat.
You go to sleep and you wake up fine in the morning. That's not a survival game.
Not realistic. I try.
Yeah,
and
of
do
course
that,
it's not
and I wake up-
realistic.
I wake up with a headache. It's not fun.
Of course it's not realistic. I don't understand how you can have a game that is about fighting for survival
Yeah.
and call it cozy.
Yeah, I'm not sure. We know almost nothing about this except for that one line.
Yes.
That's it. It's a new Kickstarter. Currently 671 followers. Kickstarter's not even live. The picture's really cute though. It looks like a little teacup house.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah, the image is definitely giving cozy rather than giving survival.
Well, we'll see. We'll see.
We will
Could be
we will
violence.
see.
Could be
Could-
violence.
Could be.
Cozy violence.
Harvest Hills. Harvest Hills is a charming and relaxing farm simulator that allows you to run your own rancho. Cultivate various crops, take care of animals, and produce homemade products. Sell the goods to the local market to earn money and use it to upgrade or automate the farm. Rancho, really?
Well, is that not what it's called in the South America?
Oh, is it? Oh, is this oh, okay.
Yeah, rancho is just a ranch. Plural is ranchos. A hut or a collection of hut for herders, laborers, or travelers.
Well, there you go. My bad.
Because I think the developers are called Red Beans, and I guess I can't see more than that. There's a demo.
I do
out
like
now.
red beans.
I do too. Oh my gosh, one of my friends made a dessert bean pie the other day. Don't recommend. This looks really cute though. I like the idea of that. So like, as you're doing things in the game, you put down flags. Kind of like think of like in when you play Sims, and you tell your person like do this and then do this and then do this, and then you have like a task list. Basically, it looks like you do that for your character in this game too, which I like. I like to like look at it, be like, okay, cool, do all of these things, and then I can do something else with my brain because I don't.
Yeah. Yeah, I hadn't noticed that. I'm watching the video. That's a good point. It does seem to be like, yeah, do you tap
You like
on things?
yeah, you like
I
delegate a bunch of
quite,
tasks.
yeah, okay. Okay,
Hmm.
I'm feeling it. I'm
Hmm.
feeling it.
Yeah, looks cool.
I
I
like
will
the
be
build mode as
watching it.
well. I do like a good build mode in one of these games because I find them much easier to lay things out the way you want them.
Windows only. Wah wah.
Wah, wah.
Cool.
It's on Kickstarter. It has a very modest goal and hasn't hit it yet.
27 days to go though.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, most Kickstarters get nothing in the middle 27 days. It's like the first day and the last day.
The game is controller friendly, won't be on Steam Deck, Steam for Windows. They're hoping for Q4 2024. Even if it does get released, it'll be no later than May 2025.
What do you mean won't be on Steam Deck?
Will Steam Deck be supported? No.
Where does it say that?
Kickstarter. Frequently asked question.
Also, like, what does that mean? Because like you can play almost any game on the Steam Deck, and if it has controller support, it will work on the Steam Deck.
I don't know. Maybe they don't.
Is that in the FAQ? Yeah, I don't know what that's meant to mean.
Yeah.
I suspect.
I
I
don't
mean,
have
if
Steam.
if what they mean is we're not going to put in the effort to make sure that it works perfectly on Steam Deck, then fine. But like,
It won't be developed
You-
for the Steam Deck.
yeah,
Is
but-
how I read that.
yeah, no, that's not how I read it at all. What I read is like we're not going to bother putting any effort into it, which is fine. But also, like, if you've got the controller support, you're 90% there anyway. Like, I would just put in the tiny. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Wonderstop.
Wander stop.
Wonder.
Stop.
Wonder. Yeah, I guess I would say wonder.
The way that you're saying it sounds like wonder. Like,
I know.
oh,
I know.
the
I say those.
wonderful world.
I say those words the same way.
Oh, that's so weird. What you did? You had another one that you said the same way that I don't remember what it was. This is like wander, as if like wandering, like you are wandering through the world.
Yeah.
And this game is from the creator of the Stanley Parable and the Beginner's Guide. It is a narrative-centric, cozy game about change and tea.
Auntie.
Okay.
I don't know what to think about this game. I was not massively impressed by what I saw in the Wholesome Direct. And then I saw Stanley Parable and went, okay. Because I very much like the Stanley Parable. I think it is one of the best games, full stop.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, yeah, I don't know. But this is not giving me anything.
Yeah. I don't
The
know.
the music's by C148 is 418, sorry, which is the guy who did the Minecraft music.
Well, that's intriguing. I don't usually listen to music, but when I do, it's usually Minecraft. So like most games, I turn that off because ADHD. Yeah, I don't know. It has very witchy vibes. Like it had like almost like a potion looking creation screen. And I don't know why. I'm just a big old hipster when it comes to witchy things. I don't know. I just see witchy things and I'm like, But I mean, the art looks really nice. It looks well put together. Looks good. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll see. I'll keep an eye on it. Speaking of keeping an eye on something, we've got Luz Lagoon, a cozy. You can always tell whether someone's American or not based on how they spell cozy. A cozy open world adventure about running a seaplane delivery service. Customize your character, discover new islands, harvest goods, solve a family mystery, and work to keep an adorable island community afloat.
Again, I want a hideous island community. I want things like that. No, this looks really cute. I don't know what the family mystery is. That's interesting. But yeah, you're a seaplane. Very cute. They also spelled customize in the non-American way.
Yes. Next we have discounty, which is what happens if you take a game that is just you're playing as Joja. Now Cody's gonna like this one. Manage your own supermarket, organize and restock shelves, check customers out. Also, when they say check customers out, is that like checking out their stuff or like checking them out?
Okay, so that must be an American term. So when you're purchasing your items.
No, I know. Both things mean checkout. Like I know what it means. Like when you check someone out of a shop, right? You get their stuff and you.
I don't know.
But then, like, it also means like to like you check them out. You check out what they look like.
Yeah.
In a generally positive. Well, positive. You know what I mean? Like it can be very creepy in some cases. I'm going to stop talking. Make local trade deals and befriend a quirky cast of characters. Salvage a failing shop in the once thriving town and grow it into a thriving business empire. But be warned, not everyone in town wants you to succeed.
So first, I might just want to literally stock shelves. I really enjoyed doing inventory and stocking shelves when I worked at a supermarket.
Yeah.
I can't believe I didn't know about my autism at that point. Because I was like, ugh, customers, let me do inventory and scan everything and double check all of this stuff forever. Plus, here's my stream of consciousness as I was watching this in the Wholesome Direct. Quote, run your own supermarket. Cursed but curious. Oh my gosh. Personally tired of the 2D bit graphics, but shrug. But oh my gosh, this trailer is hilarious and it sure did catch my interest. Steam/console 2025.
Yeah, I pretty much agree with you. I mean, this is giving me anti-capitalist vibes.
But it's a super
yes
capitalist.
Yes.
How is it anti-capitalist?
Did you watch the trailer?
I did. Also, the bus is called Z-Bus, and I love that.
The trailer is very much satire.
You're right. Yes, correct. Currently to be determined whether it's going to be Windows only or Windows and Mac. I mean, this is coming out a long time from now.
Let's talk the 2D.
Yeah.
The 8-bit graphics, the pixel art. Let's go pixel art.
Okay.
Then maybe Kevin won't shout at us. I think I'm on the same page as you with that just now. Like, it's not that I dislike pixel art, and I think that pixel art can look really good, and I still absolutely love looking at like what Kevin does with his pixel art and stuff like that. I still think it looks fantastic, but I feel like I'm kind of getting a bit over it in games just now, and I don't know why.
It gives me a sense of taking a step back. Like, it's like when we play Pokemon games, we play these awesome 3D worlds, and then you play an old one, and it's this 2D side-scrolling pixel graphics.
For me, it's not even the 2D aspect of it. Like, I still, take Coral Island is essentially 2D, right? It's 3D graphics, but it's 2D gameplay.
True, pixel art.
And I still actually quite like that in some ways for some things. And I'm not saying I will never play a pixel art game again.
Right.
I'm just like, we've done that. And it's like, I don't always, there's a big, heavy nostalgia thing there. And I'm not, Kevin, you don't need to reply to this saying, oh, it's not entirely nostalgia. Yeah, sure. Okay, fine. My point months ago when I said it was entirely based on nostalgia, yeah, probably a bit over the top. But I do think there's a very heavy nostalgia thing there. And I kind of feel like I'm over that for just now. I can see myself maybe like a wave and coming back at some point in a couple of years and being like, oh, I need all the pixel art stuff again. But I think part of the problem with these things is games are always lagging the wave, right? Because 7 years ago, everybody decided to start making games based on Stardew Valley. And because of how long it takes to make games, they're still only just coming out with some of them now.
Yep.
And we got really into pixel art back then. And now I'm like, okay, I'm maybe done with that now. It's been 7 years. But the games are only just still coming out. And we're starting to see the trend away from that, but it's not fully gone. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, and part of me feels like if it was pixel art, but it wasn't like this is almost like chibi style. Like the characters are real tiny.
I feel like that's drawing me more towards it.
Okay.
Personally.
Yeah, no.
It's not a
I
bad looking game.
I can be really bad about details in games and like noticing really fine details. So when your character is so heckin' tiny, it I just it I don't know.
See, that's the thing is like to me, that's not like, oh, it's inaccurate. It's more like
Yeah.
deliberately silly.
Yeah.
And that's when I like these things is like, yeah, if they try and make it really accurate and it's slightly off, that's annoying. But if
Mhm.
they're trying to just be silly, it was like with Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl, Pokemon games. I'm
Mhm.
not saying those are good games, but I
Mhm.
actually really like the art style because it's trying to do something different and silly looking.
Mhm.
And it's like if they were trying to do realistic graphics and it was just slightly off, I would really hate it. But because they're trying to deliberately be ridiculous, that's what I like about it.
Mhm. Yeah, I mean, I like the if without the graphics part of it, I like the premise and I will have my eye on it. And maybe in 2025 I'll be debt free. But a girl can dream.
Good joke.
Thanks.
Space Sprouts. Now this is an example of I think a 2D game that I think well, it looks absolutely gorgeous.
Mhm.
And I I like the graphics here, and I think the 2D like I think 2D gameplay can work really well in some cases. I'm definitely not over 2D gameplay,
Right.
and I'm intrigued to see what happens with this one.
Yeah.
So let me just blurb this one: embark on a journey filled with cozy cosmic chaos, and dive deeper into the mysteries of your solar punk spaceship. With each replay, oh, this is a roguelike, isn't it? Oh,
Well, you lost
sneaky,
him.
sneaky. Um, it doesn't say roguelike in its tags.
It doesn't. I'm just looking at that.
Get entangled in the ship's unique physics and make this place your new home. Uh, I can't tell you how many times I think a game looks amazing and then it surprise roguelike.
Surprise. They really like alliteration.
They did.
Space
I noticed that.
sprouts. Cosmic, cozy, chaos. Dive deeper. Wow. Yeah, this
Is this going to be one of these? Is this like a mystery roguelike? So it's like you've got a certain amount of time to figure out the mystery and then you die, sort of thing.
I don't know. It seems like kind of almost like a platforming kind of thing. And like you mess with the physics of the thing.
Yeah, there's fun gravity stuff, and
Dynamic gravity.
there's like puzzles, and you can also grow plants, which is how this ended up in here. Um,
Wow.
surprise plants. Um,
Everything is physical. Everything around you is physically simulated. All objects have weight and react to impacting gravity. All items are connected. Fruits emit signals. Signals activate buttons. Buttons activate machines. Machines convert items. Items get thrown into black holes. And good luck.
this this isn't a cottagecore game, is it?
I don't know.
Oopsie doopsie. Um,
And then you do some memory shenanigans.
this game might look cool. I can't decide. We'll see. I'll keep an eye on it.
Oh yeah,
Maybe.
your first journey is very short, but can be replayed again and again.
Boo.
Gather more and more knowledge to progress faster and further each time.
Boo.
Wah, wah. Well, one that definitely does fit the bill of this podcast, which is our final game. Oh my gosh, we're almost there, y'all. Again, this is not the only things that were mentioned in we're probably skimming the 10% of what was what was covered.
I had like at least three more that I was like, do these count or not? And I was like, I can't. I decided not because they were like
Again.
really borderline.
Dragon Shelter does count.
Oh, yes.
It is a farming sim set in a fantasy world. Take on the role of a hero who will reignite the long lost friendship between humans and dragons. Take care of wondrous creatures, explore the magical world, and restore destroyed biomes! Exclamation point.
Now tell me,
it look-
see in the second screenshot, is that a dragon as well? Because it looks kind of like an axolotl, like a giant axolotl with wings.
It looks like Toothless,
Oh yeah, I guess maybe. Yeah, okay.
which is a dragon.
I love
yeah.
this game looks gorgeous.
It does. It looks like you have different types of dragons, and they help you maybe with your
Yeah,
stuff.
presumably. Yeah, one of them looks like it might be a watering one. One of them looks like a fiery one,
Maybe he helped you. Cook.
etc. Yeah, or furnace ores, maybe stuff like that.
Oh yeah, I see a furnace as well. Yeah.
No, he's
Farming.
cuddling a dragon.
Farming furnace cuddles.
I want to cuddle the dragons.
Dragons don't always want to cuddle.
My dragons want to cuddle me.
Take care of dragons. Each one has its own special trait. These dragons can sense people's needs and use their unique powers. You do actually make your dragons happy by giving them love and playtime.
Yeah,
You
playtime with
restore
the dragons.
Dragon playtime. Restore the farm. Melt the hearts of townsfolk. Is that like here's again, are we melting their hearts or are we melting their hearts?
They're melting our hearts.
Are we using the dragons to literally engulf their hearts in flames and make them goo?
No,
We also cleanse
it's
the biomes.
metaphorical, Cody.
Cleanse the biomes. Explore the world full of wonderful creatures. Super.
I'm
cute.
sorry, cleanse the biomes. Does that not sound a little bit genocide-y?
Oh no. Oh no.
Cleanse the
Explore new
biomes.
biomes and revitalize them by eliminating corruption to bring them back to life.
Eliminate what? Eliminate? Who are you eliminate?
Corruption. Oh no. Oh no. Watch as the darkness retreats and feel how, through your hard work, the world regains its former beauty.
Woo. Yeah, there's not a huge amount we know about this, but I think it looks nice, and I'm definitely interested in this.
The dragons are very cute. We'll say if they make a dragon plush, I'm tempted.
All right. Is that us? Is that all the news?
Mm-hmm.
And now for our main
And now the wholesome thread.
no, yeah. There's as Cody said, there's a lot more in the wholesome direct that we haven't covered, mainly because it's not really arguable that it's Cottage Core. So we're going to talk about them in a Greenhouse episode. So if you want to hear
Not all
that,
of them.
if not all of them, we've got a few that we're interested in each that we're going to talk about. So if you want to listen to them, you got to sign up for the Patreon.
Mm-hmm.
You can get that at patreon.com/thspod, or you can find it on a link from our website, harvestseason.club, where you can find links to everything else on the website, including a feedback form to send us feedback.
Mm-hmm.
Cody, where can people find you on the internet?
You can find me on X. I check it about once a week at Cody Mathis, which is just my name. You can find me on Instagram at Hiking Beagle, BE-Eagle. I don't post a lot, but I add a lot of stuff to my stories and I send a lot of people reels. So I see a lot of things that I relate to. You'll see stuff about metal music, Australian Shepherds, ADHD and autism, and coffee and bugs. That's like what my thing is curated for.
Bugs.
Where can they find you?
You can find me on mastodon.scot and Twitter at thescotbot. You can also find the podcast on Tumblr and on Twitter at THSpod, and all the other stuff I said before, because I did this in a weird order. Thank you, Cody, for joining me.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you, listeners, for listening. And until next time, have a good harvest.
The Harvest Season is created by Al McKinley, with support from our patrons, including our pro farmers, Kevin, Stuart, and Elisa. Our art is done by Micah the Brave, and our music is done by Nick Burgess. Feel free to visit our website, harvestseason.club, for show notes and links to things we discussed in this episode.
Ooh, let's do this.
Woo.
Why are you a dog? I
I said woo. But
thought you
said it
were
very-
whiffing. I was like, why are you whiffing?
I went woo. I guess
You've
it
gone
gets so much
feral.
work. Dude, it's pride. It's my feral time.